bonafide beats. Heavy hit splits, wild file style, freak flows fast, close chord dial, make links late at the 8 pass, make more papes, too tired, crash, self-serve cake, all night nag, hurry home now, girl gets mad, love lifestyle.
Good afternoon on this glorious Sunday on the eve of Super Bowl LIV down in Miami. And I wasn't going to touch on this subject, but I had a couple of guys reach out to me to ask my opinion about this upcoming Super Bowl. So I decided to drop this short little video and give you my take on the Super Bowl. But first and foremost, I would like to thank everybody that reached out in the comment section and everybody that have subscribed to the channel. Y'all are the reason that I'm even trying to put this work in to try to crush this national narrative of Miami just being a trash organization and bring some facts to what's really been going on in Miami, because you have to be excited about the direction that the Dolphins are headed in. So once again, thank everybody for reaching out, and I promise I will do you proud. We'll keep working with these videos and we'll keep bringing facts to the table. But moving on to my thoughts on this particular upcoming Super Bowl. And it's funny because there are a lot of former Dolphins players and coaches in this Super Bowl. And I don't mean from the dark days of the Dolphins. I'm talking about recent history. As a matter of fact, let's look at the former Dolphin players that are playing in the Super Bowl. You have Damian Williams and Chad Henne and Matt Moore. You also have Jordan Lucas, Chris Lamons in this Super Bowl. And those are the players. Let's look at the coaching connections. Dolphin great Sam Madison is the defensive backs and cornerbacks coach for the Chiefs. On the 49ers side of the equation, you have players Earl Mitchell and Raheem Mostert playing for the 49ers. And on the coaching side, it's even bigger difference. You have John Benton, the Dolphins' former O-line coach from 2014 to 2015. Well, he's serving as the offensive line coach for the 49ers. You have Chris Kukurik, who was the Dolphins' defensive line coach in 2018. Guess what he's doing for the 49ers? You have Shane Ray, who's the quarterback coach for the 49ers. In 2016 to 2018, he was a Dolphins assistant. So shout out to all those former players and coaches who have found success with their new teams and they found themselves into the Super Bowl. But let's move on to that Super Bowl itself and my thoughts on that Super Bowl. I see a lot of elements at play in this Super Bowl that I told you about when the Tennessee Titans played the Kansas City Chiefs and Ryan Tannehill. And if you doubt what I'm saying to you, click on that box and go back and watch part 2 of the Curious Case of Ryan Tannehill and go to about 11 minutes and you can see for yourself. Because the elements I'm describing are a power running game and playing defense. Now, the 49ers do both of those things better than the Tennessee Titans. And in my opinion, they also have the better quarterback. Because you see, I've been a fan of Jimmy G since he was at Eastern Illinois, and I caught on to him while he was playing in the Pro Bowl. Excuse me, I'm at the Senior Bowl. And he jumped out in the Senior Bowl practices, and he had a good game. I wanted the Dolphins to pick him up to challenge Ryan Tannehill, but we all know that that didn't happen. Since then, while living in the shadow of Tom Brady, he's been traded to the 49ers. And the knock on Jimmy G is that he's always been injured. And that's a fair assessment of Jimmy G. But here's the thing. Remember what I told you what was special about Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs? How I warned you that the Tennessee Titans could get every single thing they want. They could come out, they can get an 8-minute drive and a touchdown. They could get a turnover and score another touchdown. And Patrick Mahomes could immediately erase that, which is exactly what happened. And they have a pattern of doing that to everybody. The difference in this particular game, though, is that the San Francisco 49ers front seven is much better than the Tennessee Titans. It's not even close. The Titans effectively did not have a pass rush. They really did not. Where the 49ers pass rush is actually frightening. Now, the flip side of that is the Chiefs defense is also very much improved. Adding in Terrell Suggs and getting a healthy Chris Jones back has made a complete difference in this football team. So I expect a very, very close football game. But you know what I think it's going to come down to? It's going to come down to exactly the same thing that I thought it would come down to with the Tennessee Titans. And that's the quarterback. It's Jimmy Garoppolo's turn to be on trial. Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be the key to this game if the 49ers win this football game. And it's up to Jimmy Garoppolo to silence his critics. Now, me personally, I think there's a possibility that Jimmy G can do that in this game, where I told you before the Titans game that I didn't see any way, shape, or form that Ryan Tannehill would transcend. And he simply did not transcend. The flip side of that for me is it's very hard to go against Patrick Mahomes. So I have a conflicting opinion between my head and my heart. My head is telling me that the Chiefs will win this football game, but my heart is telling me that the 49ers is going to win this football game. So it's a tough call for me, but this time I'm going to trust my heart. I'm picking the 49ers by 3 to win that Super Bowl, and it's going to come down to one play being made by Jimmy Garoppolo. And that's my take on this Super Bowl. I'd like to thank y'all for listening in. This is just a quick, short video getting to the point. And here's to a beautiful offseason in Miami.
We got keys to the underground. Shimty. Killer Hurt. This for you. About to get sick with it. Exclusive. People. As quick as I can spit it, I'm sick with it.